people like it, right? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because we're getting into...
No, but I think foreigners see India as India. They don't see it as
No,
the
I
separate
understand. I understand that. Don't worry. I've sold to foreigners too for many years. For many things. All of us have done. So the key thing is when they come to Bombay, they're very different coming to Bangalore. Anybody who wants to answer, how are you going to provide the soft infrastructure, that branding of your own state, and why people should come there, and how you can go and fight like Taiwan did, China did, Singapore did, etc. Anybody wants to answer? One person could answer that, and we could get by. Anybody?
This is in continuation of what I said earlier. Every state has its own strength, and each state is different in their own way. Karnataka is trying to sell their own USP, Kerala is trying, Chhattisgarh is trying. So at the macro level, India is fine, but if you see the policy shift which has taken place after the new Prime Minister has taken over, this is the point he's trying to say, that you need to go to each state. As far as India is concerned, actually India is a very abstract concept. The action takes place in a state government only, in the state only. So that is why finally you have to go to a state, whether it is Chhattisgarh or Orissa or any other state. And we are all trying to showcase before you what our strengths are, so that you can take a conscious call.
Also, there's a clear national policy in place, and
Yeah,
all
there's a national policy.
yeah,
The policy framework is there, but the reality is the ground. Anybody else, sir?
Yeah, I'm Shamsuddin, from SFO Technologies, based out of Cochin. As an entrepreneur, we are excited out of the offers from 5 of the states, but my question is to the state of Kerala. I am excited to see that our name was pronounced by the state of Kerala. But my question is, with all the features available, with excellent workforce in all levels, starting from show floor to the R&D level, and with excellent connectivity with offshore terminating there, with the lowest power cost, with water all around, why is that Kerala is not able to bring in entrepreneurs? Is it because of the professional marketing you have referred, lack of professional marketing you have referred, or is it because of the left-right march, jokingly, the panel leader has mentioned?
Very interesting question. There is an old story. I must confess that is only a joke. When God created the whole universe, they started creating Kashmir, Switzerland, and many other countries. And they give a promise to Switzerland, Kashmir, that that is going to be the most beautiful in the whole world. Now God started creating Kerala, and the people from Switzerland and Kashmir complained that now you are creating another state which is more beautiful than ours. What is this? And God said, don't worry, I'm yet to create people there. Sorry for making this statement, because the question, Mr. Shamsuddin himself knows what is the problem. But you must also understand that Kerala has produced stalwarts in the whole world, stalwarts. Dr. Radhakrishnan is sitting here, and how many people who electronic industry, KPP Nambiar, he is still alive in Karnataka state, who has started the electronic revolution in the all of India. There are stalwarts in the electronics or any field if you take it. It is there. But there is a problem. Again, the problem is when they come to Kerala, the people come inside Kerala is the only problem. Taking a cue from Ramayana, when after the war of the Sri Lankan war, Rama was returning with Lakshmana and Sita returning the Pushpak Viman. Earlier, Lakshmana is one person who never looked at Sita's face. Suddenly, after the war, they were returning to Ayodhya. When the plane took off, Lakshmana started behaving little very bad. He accused Sita, oh, what are you doing in Ravana's court? I know, your chastity itself is to be questioned, etc., etc. And Sita got very upset. And Lakshmana was keeping his eye Rama was keeping his eye very closed without stalking. So Sita accused Rama, hey, what is your brother saying? And are you keeping silent? Are you dumb? Etc., etc. he started. Anyway, after half an hour, everything got calm, and Lakshmana asked if he awakened from his sleep. He asked Sita, Bhabhi, something went wrong. What is the problem? I was in sleep or something like that. And Sita said, stop talking. I don't want to talk to you hereafter. Rama, opened his eyes and told Lakshmana, Lakshmana, it is not the problem of you or Sita or me. We are passing through Kerala, our flight. That is the answer.
Sir, good evening.
Kerala
Thank
is
you.
going to
Thank you.
market and it's a good place to invest. Okay.
Sir,
Now, folks, when you ask a question,
Sure.
folks, when you ask a question, please ask a serious question.
Sir, I'm asking a serious question.
Hang on, please listen to me.
Sure.
You can say that I want to invest in your state, and you can ask what you want, all right?
Okay, yeah. So this whole panel is focusing on very top investments, FDI's creation of jobs. But the respective states must go back, see which are all NRIs that has come back to India already and invested money and have not made progress. I think that should be done immediately because I think the whole thrust is on FDI, big 1,000 crores, etc. But there are entrepreneurs who have come back, 50 crores invested and have not seen any progress.
Do you want to come back? Do you want to invest in any of these states, and do you want to ask them what they're going to give it to you? Please ask.
Definitely, sir, because we've already gone to the state of Tamil Nadu, but we've not seen any progress. Okay, now I'm thinking.
Secretary is not here from Tamil Nadu, so
Yes.
we got 5 states.
Yes, but I'm just wanting to come to Karnataka and then I'll talk to the madam separately and then take it up. But I just request you to look at even, MSME companies and companies that have come back and wanted to do.
Everybody is welcome. You and a company, 1 crore investment is welcome. Don't worry.
But we have
In
to
fact,
have
funding
conducive
that
policies.
Karnataka has been giving to the ESDM companies and earlier ITBT companies was for small and medium scale investments, which were to ensure that they grow and have the working and debt capital in place. So we already had these, and there's a 100 crore fund which is called the Karsamven fund in place. And recently we have given 5 crores worth of investment to graphene. So it's all, the ball is rolling. You just need to come and meet me.
Yeah.
I have one question here,
Yes, yes.
if I may ask. And it's not a question of investment, it's a clarificatory question to Chhattisgarh. I think the pitch was amazing. You touched on all the important points, enticing us to come to your state. One question on skills, right? You did mention a large demographic group of people, but how trained are they? Could you comment on that? At what level do you expect industry to come in?
So this is a very important question. In fact, we are a very young state, only 14-year-old, and for any young state, the two of the biggest challenges are institution building and capacity building. They are interrelated. We have been working very systematically on it, and it is on account of that we have now an IIM, triple IT, and IIT is also coming up. We almost produce 30,000 engineers every year. We are working on their skill upgradation, soft skills also. In fact, I am very happy to share with you that today evening we had a formal understanding with NESCOM, and they are going to open a warehouse in Raipur very soon to help the startups also. And we are in the process of creating an ecosystem. We have already trained 1 lakh people in past 2 years, and we intend to train another 1.5 lakh engineers with soft skills and other skill upgradation. So we are conscious of this fact and we are working on it. Most of our engineers have been working and doing services in places like Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, and we would like that we are able to give them an opportunity in Raipur, and that is why people like you are most welcome.
Folks,
Hello.
last question, okay, but quick question. Then I want a woman entrepreneur to ask a question. There's 2 male-oriented, okay?
Okay.
Don't tell me in your industry there are no woman entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Thank you, Mohandas.
No, but you have not answered my question. Is there any woman entrepreneur here? Please put up your hand. Don't tell me only Purnima is the only person. You asked a question? She did, is it? Really? Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, right. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
This question is for Secretary from Madhya Pradesh government. Last year I was there at Global Investors Meet.
Hang on, no, there's no
Nobody
Madhya
is
Pradesh
there?
here. Maharashtra.
Maharashtra. Okay.
There's no Madhya Pradesh here.
Okay, then it can be a little bit general, but anybody can
Okay.
answer my question. Last year I was there at MP Global Investors Meet, and then I've been seeing different states pitching for only one incentive for startups or new companies. They say that we give you some land at so and so price, or except that I'm not seeing any great innovation or creativity from states. The reason is there is a lot more to do other than just getting piece of land. In fact, that is the last priority because what you need is a roof
I
to.
agree with you, brilliant. Will you write down a document with all the things you feel they must do and send it to all of them?
Sure, I think that's a
No,
wonderful
please do
suggestion.
that. I'm very serious. Please do that.
Okay.
Because all the policies are put up for public comments and none of you commented. Now that you made a statement, please write a document, send to everybody. Because everybody wants to be educated how to get you there to do business. All right?
Fantastic, yes.
Okay. Anybody
Thank
else,
you.
sir? Yes, sir. Please.
Hi, my name is Alok. I'm from yourstory.com. We have been championing startups for past 8 years. So my question is, we have all the bureaucrats sitting here, people who are going to make sure the policy is implemented in ESDM. What kind of representation from the industry do we have in the bodies who are exploring or evaluating the opportunities and who are taking the key decisions?
Yeah, do you have industry representatives on your decision-making bodies? Anybody wants to answer?
Yeah, Rajiv, you would like to take that? We generally interact with the industry and we would like to understand the same question I relate. That's
So as far as Odisha goes, the IT policy which we came out with last year in January 2014, the draft of the policy itself was prepared by an industry association, and you'll be very happy to know that we've only added to that. We have not really cut out anything that they had wanted.
Okay,
Yeah.
folks, now we have to, I understand the question.
just add one more this thing. See, not only in this sector, I mean, we don't, as the previous questioner, it's not a real estate company that we offer them a space and they build a building. That's not an attitude. We look at the various other aspects of it. What is the needs of the industry? Why the people are not coming to India? It's particularly in what exactly they want. What is the skill gap? And what are the incentives? What are the laws they are looking at? All those things we continuously interact in various modules, and then accordingly the policies are tweaked.
Okay, folks, now we're going to end this with a question, with a question that has to be answered by everybody, starting with her, and that is, tell us three points why you think everybody should come and invest in a state. 3 important points in the ESDM space.
We are the right place for investing because government is putting in substantial investment to partner with the industry. We are the right place to innovate because we have the best startup ecosystem in the country. We are the best place to market because Karnataka brand is right there, right up to ensure that when your company comes out from Bangalore and Karnataka, you get the best marketing opportunities in place.
The first and foremost is Naya Raipur, the first and the best smart city of country as of now. As I mentioned, 80 square kilometers earmarked for electronic and IT. You must come and see to believe it. And I still stand. I'm very serious that we can arrange for a chartered aircraft and take all of you to have a look. As Principal Secretary to CM, I am saying with all conviction and authority. The second most important aspect is the quality of social and physical infrastructure. This issue was touched by somebody. You'll be surprised that in a city like Raipur, we have almost all the, yes, I mean, you can afford to have lunch at home. 15 minutes maximum drive from anywhere. And you have all the best possible hotels, malls, everything in place. So the physical and social infrastructure top class.